Have you ever wondered what the weather is like in Santa Cruz? You might have visited here a few times and thought it was really lovely, but you wanted to know what the other times of the year were like? Well, this video is for you. Hey, I'm Michele Replogle, Coldwell Banker Realty, and I thought, there's a lot of news out there and there's a lot of real estate news right now, but let's just talk about the weather. So right now it's a balmy 59. I have some pictures here of this morning, which is foggy. We have a phenomenon, you might have heard of it from other areas. We have a June gloom. Last year, June gloom was pretty much all day. Sometimes the sun didn't even come out till like 5 or 6, and then you had like an hour, and then you woke up to fog again. Not this year. This year we're going to bed, the sun's going down. You can kind of feel the fog come in, I think about 2 or 3. It's actually kind of coming in over the ocean, but it's not actually rolling onto the shore. And then it just slowly moves in the morning, and then it just slowly moves out in the afternoon, and it just gives you these amazing temperatures. So you're not too hot, you're not too cold. It's pretty amazing. So I think yesterday we got into the high 70s. Now, every year is really different, and I'm not going to get into any global warming discussions here, but I can tell you we have less fog than we used to. We used to have fog. I tell you, fog just literally rolled in the last day of school and rolled out the first day of school. That's what I remember growing up here. Oh, such a bummer. I mean, we always wanted to cut school that first day because, that was like the best. The water was warmer. Anyway, so typically throughout the year, we do have fog. On good years, we have rain, and the rains will start as late as October, but typically in November, the air starts getting a little cooler, and then we get kind of damp. If you're not a damp person, this may not be the place you want to be, like November, December, January. It gets fairly damp here. We have that ocean air kind of gloms onto the atmospherical things that happen. I don't know weather terms. And you'll get kind of a wet, damper feeling. But keep in mind, in December and January, we're actually closer to the sun. So when the sun comes out, it's hot and it's intense. I always call Santa Cruz the land of layers. You literally start out in the morning, possibly with a jacket or a rain jacket or a sweater underneath that rain slicker, as it were. Then you better be prepared, because when the sun comes out, it's gonna be warm. So a short sleeve shirt or a light shirt, then maybe a sweater for the afternoon, and then back in the evening, you're gonna need your jacket. Now in spring, it will fool you a little bit. There'll be these incredibly warm days. We've had some very warm spring temperatures, but about 5 or 6, the ocean air comes in, cools it off. You better be ready. You're going to need your heavy sweater or jacket because it's going to be chilly. We also have chilly mornings. We have, at least in my estimation, in my memory, only me, I'm not talking for everybody in their experience, but in the morning, about 7 to 8 months out of the year, the morning is fairly chilly. It can drop down to the 30s, and even in the summer, we will get down to the high 40s, low 50s in the morning. So if you're a morning jogger, just know it's not going to be temperate like it is in possibly Southern California. I love visiting down there because when you go out in the morning, it's a lot warmer, or if you stay out late at night, it's warmer. But here we really do cool down from that ocean air conditioner. Now, the rains, when they come, we typically get breaks. So we don't have monsoons where it just rains and rains and rains for days, but we have periods. So in the fall and in the winter, when the rain kind of rolls in and it becomes that season, you can expect every 3 to 4 days of rain, but not 3 to 4 solid days of rain. It usually dries out enough for you to maybe go move your lawn furniture in, or put your pillows away, because I always forget to do that, or put the umbrellas down. Yep, but you need it to dry out enough so you can put it away so it doesn't get moldy. Yeah, we have mold. We're damp. We're an ocean town, so if you don't like mold, this you might want to be careful about that here too, because it does get damp. You've got to be kind of vigilant here. And here's a new phenomenon. You know what? I grew up here and I don't remember as much wind as we have had. We've really had a lot more wind in the last couple years, and that has served, you know, to be a bad thing in terms of fire. Not so much here. I mean, we've had fires here, but you know, in some areas they have sweeping winds that just kind of continue, and then accidents happen. But here we have winds that sometimes just stir up the warm air when it's hot, which isn't always fun. But the other thing wind does, which is really nice, is it kind of cools the place down. So I like to bicycle, and wind is not your friend bicycling. And I'm a lazy bicycler. I'm not a specialized bicycler. You know, Santa Cruz, all these Santa Cruz bikes, specialized bikes, and you know, these high caliber bike. No, I just like to go out and cruise and go out for, you know, about 4 to 8 miles and just cruise around town. So I hate wind, and it is really something, because we've been going out in the afternoons and the wind has been coming up, and I just don't remember it as much, you know. In the morning it's not windy hardly at all, but it does start to pick up in the afternoon, of course, because, you know, the ocean airs are kind of coming on and meeting the shore airs, and then you just kind of have all that, how do you like all the hand stuff there? You got wind. That's another thing. We typically, in my experience, we have rain that kind of comes in seasons, but not what you would think like in yearly seasons, but like over a couple years of seasons. So like we'll have 2 to 3 years of regular rain seasons, and then we'll have, you know, 2 to 3 or more years of not so much rain. They call that the drought. I'm sure it's a drought in that we are not getting as much water as we need to service all our water customers, or maybe, you know, the demand of a regular water use. But at the same time, I'm not really quite sure if it's temperate for our area to just be raining every year and then that's supposed to be the way it is. I actually don't believe that weather is supposed to do anything. I think weather does its own thing, and then we just check it out and record it. I had a weatherman once tell me the best way to report weather is when you're in it. So anyway, that's Santa Cruz in a nutshell weather. So we have spring is warm typically in the day, but it's going to get chilly in the morning and it's going to get chilly at night. And the summer, we're going to have warmer days longer. Of course, days are longer, right? But we will have some fog or some clouds usually come in and cool us off. And then in July and August and September, we'll get some really hot days, at least 3 to 4 of them, where we just think, oh my gosh, we're not a Central Valley hot place. Sorry, Fresno. But at the same time, it goes away. You get like a break. You get a couple days of just, or you know, even a week or two, and you get a break from it. And then the fall comes, the days start getting shorter, and we get back to those cooler mornings and the cooler evenings. And then I feel like a weather person here. Maybe I should be pointing to a weather map. And then in the winter, of course, it's colder, but there's some really, really gorgeous days. So all the way around, Santa Cruz is just an amazing place weather-wise. I recommend it. I love it here. That's one of the things I absolutely love about this place. I always thought I would like to be somewhere a little bit warmer, but I'm just really starting to just settle into weather, and it happens. And, you know, it's just, whether or not it happens. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, and share, and make a comment about what you think about the weather. I hope to talk to you soon. Bye.